A warm good morning to one and all. Today, I'm going to talk about the topic human voice. It's the instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world. Probably, it's the only one that can start a war or say I love you. And yet, many people have the experience that when they speak, people don't listen to them. Why is that? How can we speak powerfully to make change in the world? I like to suggest that there are a number of habits that we all want to move away from. I'm not pretending that it's an exhaustive list, but these 7, I think, are pretty large habits that we all can fall into. First, gossip. Speaking ill of somebody who's not present. Not a nice habit, and we all know perfectly well that the person gossiping 5 minutes later will be gossiping about us. Second, judging. We know people who are like this in conversation. It's hard to listen to somebody if you know that you are being judged and found wanted at the same time. Third, negativity. We all can fall into this. It's also hard to listen to somebody who's that negative. And another form of negativity, complaining. We complain about the weather, sport, politics, about everything, but complaining is a viral mystery. It's not spreading sunshine and lightness in the world. Next, excuses. We all met this guy. Sometimes we all have been this guy. Some people have a flamethrower. They just pass it on to somebody else and don't take responsibility for their actions. Penultimate, 6th of the 7, priority exaggeration. It means our language actually sometimes. For example, if I saw something really is awesome, what do I call it? And then of course, this exaggeration becomes lying, and people don't want to listen to somebody who's lying to them. Finally, dogmatism. The confusion of facts with opinions. You know, if somebody is bombarding you with their opinions as if they were true, it's difficult to listen to that. So here they are, the 7 deadly sins of speaking. I think these are the things we want to avoid. But is there a positive way to think about it? Yes, there is. There are 4 powerful cornerstone foundations that we can use in our speech to make it powerful. Fortunately, these things spell a word. The word is hail. So what do they stand for? See if you can guess. The H, honesty. Being your word, being straight and clear. And A is authenticity. Being yourself. And I is integrity. Being true in what you say. And finally, L is love. I don't mean romantic love, but I do need wishing people well. So here, it's not what you say. It's like an old song. It's what you say and the way you say it. Now, I want to talk about a toolbox. It's an amazing toolbox, but a few people have ever opened it. So, I have a little roommate here with you now. I have like to put out some tools from this toolbox that you might like to know and play with. Register. Felt that a register may not be useful every time, but there's a register in between. So, if I talk up here in my nose, you can hear the difference. If I go down here in my throat, which most of us speak the most of the time. But if you want meat, you want to go down here to the chest. You can hear the difference. We vote for politicians with lower voices because we associate depth with power and with authority. That's register. And then we have timbre. Timbre is the way your voice feels. There are many exercises with breathing with posture that can improve your timbre of your voice. And then pace. I can get really excited by saying something really quickly, or I can slow down to emphasize. And at the end of that is our old friend, silence. There's no wrong with a little bit of silence in a talk, is there? We don't want to fill it with ums and ahs. And pitch often goes along with pace to indicate arousal, but you can do it with just pitch. Where do you leave my keys? Where did you leave my keys? There are slightly difference in those two deliveries. And finally, volume. I'm really excited by using volume. Or, I can get you really pay attention to me by saying something really quiet. Some people broadcast the whole time, trying not to do that. That's called shortcasting. Imposing your sound carelessly to people. Not nice. And this happened when you have an important thing to do. It might be standing in a stage like this and giving a talk to people. Or a wedding speech. Asking for a raise. Whatever it is. If you have an important thing to do, you owe it to yourself to look at this toolbox and the engine it's going to work on. So, let me put this context to close. So here we are, right? We don't speak powerfully and people don't listen to us. And what will the world be like if we speak powerfully to people who are not listening to us? Or a little bit larger, what would the world be like if we were consuming sound consciously, creating sound consciously, and designing all our environment consciously? That would be a world that sounds beautiful. And that's an idea worth spreading. That's the end of this. Thank you.